You're welcome back. We are back in the building talking about Crown Jewel here today, folks.
Crown Jewel.
And I'm,
Uh,
I'm gonna go ahead and just start it off hot. It was okay, not
it,
bad. I was
it,
expecting a little bit more, but it wasn't bad.
yeah, I was expecting a little more. I think the only thing for me was I was looking for was the bloodline stuff. But I mean, after that, and the KO stuff too as well. The KO and Randy Orton, I think that was really good. And then the
Yeah.
LA Knight match, and then the women's
Ooh,
tag
the
team
best match of the
match.
night.
The women's tag team match is really good as well. So we'll go through that. Of course, the big ass belts. We'll talk about that as well.
Jumbo.
But Corday, my man, go ahead and start us off with the icebreaker today.
All right, the number one question I got for you today is if you were to make any changes to the women's Raw roster right now, because SmackDown's not bad, but they could use some changes too. Who would give me three people you would put on Raw from either show, SmackDown or NXT, to go to Raw, and then three from Raw to go to either of those shows.
Mm.
So I'll read you. I can read you some names just to make it easier. I'll read you the Raw women's roster. So for women, we're looking at Alba Fire. Asuka's not there, so we're not gonna count her.
Right.
Same with Dakota Kai, she's not there either. We got Isla Dawn, Ivy Nile, Io Sky. We got Kyrie Sane, Katana Chance, and Kaden Carter. Kiana James, who I guess is injured because she's on the injury reserve list. It says
Mm-hmm.
here. Liv Morgan, Maxine Dupree, Lyra Valkyria, Natalia, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley, uh, Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville, and Zelina Vega, and
Okay.
Zoe Stark. So those are your options. That's
Uh,
Raw, just Raw.
First thing I
Get
will do. So it's three.
yeah. So
Whoever I
get
want to
rid of
move,
three
get rid of
from
three
Raw.
from
Put
Raw.
put them on any of the shows,
Okay.
and then bring three from SmackDown or NXT,
Okay.
just to flesh it out.
Shit. All right.
They could be a rookie, they could be a top star, whatever. So anybody you want to flesh it out for Liv Morgan and possibly the women's tag division.
Let's see.
I'll give you one if you want to think for a second.
I kind of know what I want to do. I just don't know what's the best way. For the first one, I would take Shayna Baszler. I would take the SmackDown. I would
Okay.
hands up put her in SmackDown, just so to challenge Nia Jax. Um, I think she needs another bully and someone who can really who
Yeah.
kind of knows her, but has like can do some just get rid of just make her how she was at NXT. That's
I
why
think she'd be good against Tiffany Stratton because I know Tiffany's definitely the way they're going, and I
hmm
think her versus Tiffany would be kind of
that's
interesting.
feel like that'd be great as well. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think for I got two more to get rid of. Uh, it's kind of hard to say about the women's tag team because they're freaking everywhere. So honestly, um, I don't know because the whole women's tag team is that they're all on different brands, but all like
Yeah.
conjugate with each other. So it's kind of like hard to pick a women's tag team and
Nah, I
say, "Yo,
follow.
let's go somewhere here." I'm like, they're everywhere.
Oh, I'm yeah. Nah, I'm with
But
you.
um, mm, we'll go. Let's go back and forth. Let's go back and forth
Okay,
because
I'll
that
start you off there. Yeah,
because
I get you
let's
right.
go
Don't
back and
worry.
forth. Let's go with three. You remove from Raw first and
So,
take it
so the
somewhere
first
else.
person I'm removing, removing from Raw, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Um, I'm gonna split up I'm gonna split up a tag team here. I'm gonna take Caden Carter off of Raw
Kaden
and put
Carter.
Caden Carter on NXT.
Okay.
Let her be, let her be like some fodder for some of those like newer stars in NXT because there's a lot of top women now, and somebody's got to take some losses.
hmm
And I feel like it'd be okay because she's athletic. She's got talent. She can't talk on the mic, but she'd be good in the ring. She
Right.
also could be a good running partner with somebody like Kalani Jordan if she wants to be in that mid card division or something like that. That would work out for her. So I think my first pick would be Kaden Carter to get rid of, and who I replace her with would be a very simple fix, and that's gonna be Blair Davenport to
Blair
Raw.
Davenport to Raw.
Yes,
Okay. So
she could be
okay. So switching
easily the
anyway.
main event.
Okay.
Yeah, any person can go. It don't matter where they're at.
All right. So I will switch. I will switch. Oh, this is toughy for me. Uh,
You don't want to lose all your fable. You don't want to lose all your favorites.
I
I'm
know
giving
he's
people
gonna
that aren't doing
trade.
anything.
Um,
Yeah.
oof, 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 oof. Oof. Okay, I'm a put since I don't know what the trajectory for her is. I would put, like I said earlier, Shayna Baszler. I would
Yeah.
trade her. I'll put her to NXT, and replacing NXT, I will call up Solruka. That'd be my first pick.
That's a W. They
I
need her.
think I think that she's young, athletic, has a lot of promise to her, and
Yeah,
she
she's not
can.
doing anything.
She don't need to really talk on the mic. She kind of like she can just show what she has in the ring, and then you can throw her with just the women's tag, not the tag team, the women's division as a
Right.
general, kind of like the young fresh face that he need. All right, Corday,
Yeah.
next one for you.
All right. So my next one, and this is gonna be another one that I'm sure you're gonna like this one. My first, I'm not gonna tell you who it is yet because I'm gonna show you who I'm getting rid of.
Mm-hmm.
So, for in the place of the last person I sent out was Caden Carter making Katana Chance a single star.
Right.
I'm going to actually add to a current faction and take out and basically exchange that person out of the faction. So you're getting rid of Shayna. I'm keeping Shayna and I'm gonna keep Shayna and what's her name? Sonya Deville together. Zoe Stark is getting moved to SmackDown,
Okay.
and I'm gonna swap her out with Carmen Petrovic.
Oh, okay.
Because I think she's a little bit more serious. She's got a little bit more character,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody in that group needs some charisma. Damn it! And I think she has it. These little segments she's been having with Ashanti the Adonis, I feel like are just worthwhile. I'm doing one from each brand, right? By the way, too. I'm not gonna do them all from NXT, just because NXT is gonna lose all the good people that they have.
No, I got you.
If I take all of them, and I don't want to I'm trying to make the roster a little bit more fleshed. So I'm gonna put Carmen in the faction, take Zoe Stark out, and move her to SmackDown as another person that could be used in either a feud with either Tiffany or Bailey or something. She needs to do something over there. She's not doing anything, and the super tag team trio thing doesn't matter because there's no trios belt. So why would you have a women's faction? There's no point. But
Feel
I'm
that.
gonna I would make them an interesting faction because Carmen Petrovic is the karate, judo. I don't know what her thing is, but she fights. She does a little fighting thing. Shayna's got the MMA background, and Sonya Deville also has an MMA background. So all three of them look good together. Zoe Stark's just there because she's there. I don't know why. She just doesn't fit, in my opinion, the group.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So that's
I feel
my
that.
pick.
I feel that. Okay. My pick would be I will. It's a little messed up, but I would trade Maxine Dupree
Okay,
for Meechin. I will switch those
that's
two
a
though.
fair trade.
I think Meechin will have more to benefit from Raw, just as a better more opportunities for her. As of right now, I don't ever see her being the bully, but I can see her working her way up, and eventually, when I do introduce these mid card championships, um, she's bound to have it somewhere. Either which
Yeah.
brand, but I think just for a trade, I think that'd be best. I think SmackDown um, is I think the women's division. Of course, NXT runs the women's division right now, but I feel like
Hmm.
just these kind of little trades can really get new faces. Really into like kind of like a little shakeup, you know.
Yeah, it
Maybe
just
it'd be
feels like
better
a
for her
lot
to
of
go to
people been
Raw.
together for a long time.
That's what I'm
It's like
saying.
you see a lot of people fighting the same people a lot. It's just weird. But I
That's what I'm
see where you're
saying.
going with
It's a
this.
new face.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
new
Get her away from
interaction, new
Otis and
evolve. Get
yeah,
away from Otis. Like have some time over there by herself.
yeah,
I could have sent her to NXT, but I already sent her someone to
yeah.
NXT, so
Yeah,
I'm not
she's
gonna send her
already
back to
over
NXT.
too. So the
That's what I'm
thing is
saying.
I think they can tell the same story. Like let's say Tiffany is the champion, she stays heel.
Hmm.
Even though she's super over, I think if they do the same kind of storyline they did in NXT that she did with what was that girl's name? She didn't chase you. What's her name?
Thea Hale.
Thea Hill.
I
They
love
did the
Thea
same
Hale.
similar kind of story, and Thea Hill got super over, and people were like, "Why didn't you give her the belt?" And it's like you could do the same thing, and maybe you could get her to the point where she has like a fluke win. It'd be just really cool,
Hmm.
just like a Daniel Bryan like moment where people just get really behind her, even though she's not the greatest wrestler.
Very wrestler,
You
but she
people
definitely
get
has the
behind
moments.
characters, yeah,
Yeah.
and she definitely has character and charisma, and a lot of people don't. All right, and then I'll do my final one, and then I'll let you do your final one.
Hmm.
I know you had one more, but I'll let you. I know that you didn't really. I'll let you do a final if you like. And I'm torn between my last two, but they're gonna come from SmackDown again, because I don't really want to mess with the NXT roster too much.
I
They
either.
have a lot of they have a lot of people that
They
are
have a
kind of doing
lot of
something,
people.
so I don't want to take much from it because they got a lot of stars. But there is one I want to take from NXT, but I'm not gonna take her. And I'm just letting you know that honorable mention is JC Jane. She's been down there a little too long. She's got a lot of potential. She's not
Hmm.
doing anything, but I do know if I put her up there, she wouldn't be doing anything either. So I think she should just stay there for now. But who in that case, who I would bring from SmackDown is a tie because there's two people that I really want to bring, and I think my answer is going to be uh, Chelsea Green.
Chelsea
Chelsea
Green.
Green should just go back to Raw. She's
Okay.
not. I mean, I don't want her to be in another. I don't want her to be in the tag team anymore. I think it's ran its course. Sure, it's they're getting a little chemistry now, and people like recognize them together. But like, I don't really care about seeing her in a tag team. I'd rather her, if worst case scenario, she goes back to NXT and gets to be in the mid card division or to do something,
Hmm.
than just be, oh man, Chelsea Green stinks and they say her name weird. I think she's a fantastic wrestler. She's a great promo, good character. She has great matches. I mean, she had a dumpster match, and I was fired up the whole time.
Right.
Michin was a good pick because she's good, but I think Michin is starting to finally get somewhere on SmackDown.
Right.
Whereas Chelsea Green kind of just does stuff and then goes away for a little bit, and then does stuff and then goes away for a little bit. So she goes to SmackDown. I mean, goes to Raw in the place of, let's just say, I don't want to break up another team because I already did that. So
Hmm.
I'll put Chelsea Green, but then I will replace her for a single star, and my single star that I will take. Wow, it seems like every girl on Raw is in a faction. I'm not thinking about it. Not that I'm looking. They're in a faction or they're in a tag team.
Right.
Yeah, wow. There's no actual like just single people. Wow. Okay. Um. All right. Well, because I'm breaking up the team, and I don't really care. Um. I would probably swap her for. Hmm, yeah, these people are all together. I don't really want to break up Damage Control. I kind of like Damage Control, so I keep them. But I'll probably break up Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. They're not doing anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe no, actually, I lied. I know exactly who I'm swapping her for. I'm swapping Chelsea Green for Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra
She's not
Carey.
doing anything. She's not doing anything. She had a hot start, and then they said you're not doing anything. You
Yeah.
sit in the back. You go hang out with the party girls.
That's one. I'm just like, I'd love
Yeah,
to call them say do, but I'm just like, really? Like,
yeah.
it's
She has
like,
potential, and she still does. She just needs to be in the ring with those babies and and not in the ring with party girls.
hmm
And you're not gonna get anywhere until you help. Now, Chance has a lot of promise. She should be on speed fight speed championship. That's a match, man. I would watch that every day. But my honorable mention that I was gonna take that wasn't Chelsea Green is Candice LeRae. But I think Candice is finally starting to get somewhere as well.
finally.
And I would hate for her to just be yanked away.
Yeah.
So she's slowly getting on TV. She's got a feud with Naomi, so
Yeah.
I like that.
Um.
So yeah.
So I got. Well, I'm gonna take my one. I would
You can give
trade.
me an honorable mention too. That's
Okay.
fine.
My trade I would have will be the last one. Will be Katad Chance and Kaden Carter traded to
Oh, both
NXT
of them.
for
Oh
for
wow.
Last Legend Jakira Jackson. I think those two
Oh,
break up metaphor, fuck metaphor. The other two ain't doing shit anyways. Uh,
one of them's injured.
don't matter. I don't care.
Okay.
It just be like it's. I'm trying to figure out who to compare him to. But like when you have just two top stars that are ready to make that leap and see them like because
Oh, like the Shield back in the day.
like like it's just you're ready to see him. Everyone cares about just them two. They're more featured than anything else. So like,
Truth.
why do I have the other two? Why just be Jakira Jackson and Last Legend? Just
I'm with you.
and
I
I
think
would
they're good picks.
I'll just put them on Raw because I think honestly, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter could benefit more with an NXT roster and NXT bound to have those matches than say on Raw and get just lost between Bianca Belair and Damage Control.
Yeah, they're not doing anything.
It's just
They're not doing
like you
anything.
put them up against them. I'm like, okay, they're losing every single time. But put them against NXT
Yeah.
for new people coming up or anything coming up is I like their chances. Um,
Yeah.
and then
So I
my
noticed you didn't move Rhea Ripley. You were
well,
interested in Bianca,
the
Bailey.
only thing about Bianca and Bailey is that I Bailey's the only one I feel like that should move to get something new and fresh. Um, it's just I don't really know where you go with Rhea. I mean, you gotta have her fight Nia or Tiffany Stratton, which is cool, but
Yeah,
then
that's the problem when you become like Roman
that's
Reigns.
what I'm saying.
It's like you gotta have a feud
I've seen
Roman
that
Reigns
already.
esque to keep
I've
moving.
seen that already. Like I don't really know what else to really look for. Um,
That's why you don't get booked dominant. Dominant champions are terrible
that's why
decisions.
that's why I didn't say that about Bianca Belair. 'Cause I was like, she fought almost everybody. She won not 95% of the time. So it's like, how?
Plus, she has a story.
That's what I'm
She has
saying.
like a plan.
This whole
So
thing
it's
with
like,
with
yeah,
Jay Cargill, I'm like, why would you split those two up? There's really no point. Um,
yeah. But go ahead, yeah. Say your last or say your honorable whoever.
well, I'm trying to look now. Like I don't really know who else. I mean,
Yeah,
in a hyper dream, I would love to see Candice LeRae and Liv Morgan go down. I would love to see that. I would love to see
Dude,
that
that's
so
exactly what I
much.
want.
I would
She could
love
go
to see
directly
it.
to the show and just be like, "I'm a champ too." It's just I don't need to bring my, I don't need nobody to fight it for me.
French
And
scene.
I get it done in 5 minutes.
Oh man, I would love to see that. I would see that and just
Yeah,
have her actually win it for once. Yeah, man. 'Cause I
yeah,
think
or at least just be in contention. You know what I mean? You don't gotta win all the
all the
time to be
time,
like
but
a top
I
star.
want to
Becky, you know how long it took
believe.
Becky to be somebody?
I want to believe
Like a lot
someone.
of people, yeah. Yeah, you just gotta, you don't gotta win it immediately. It's just like, bro, just stay around the top, and that's okay. Like I believe you. Let's say, and this isn't about, let's just say, for example, like, remember, like, do you remember that Carmella was a champion?
Hmm.
No, you don't, because she won the match and then like never gets like
And
title
never get
shots,
title
and then when she
shots.
does, she loses like a bunch, and then she just disappears. Io Sky was the world champion. Do you remember that? She was a champion for like 7 months. Nobody remembers it because she didn't wrestle with the title.
Yep.
She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in damage control, by the way. Hi,
Yeah.
Bailey."
Hi Bailey.
So it's just
That's
like
it.
people win titles, and then it's just like, wow, you forgot either they're there because they don't stay there unless you're Bianca or you're Bailey or you're four horsewomen. You know,
The main one I thought
so
about as soon as like you said that was Kofi Kingston. When Kofi won
yeah,
his and no one remembered his reign besides losing to Brock in 2 seconds, that was it.
it's like it's just forgettable,
And like we
and
talked
it
about this,
sucks.
we talked about this when we were in Discord. We were talking. We were like, yeah, Kofi had her for a long time, like like a couple months, right? We're like,
Almost
no
like I
fucking
think it
way.
had like eight
Yeah,
months.
he had her
Nah, it
for
was
a
like
minute.
six or
It
seven.
was like
Yeah, 6 or
six,
7.
but he
Yeah.
was holding for a minute. I said, really? Yeah, he held it for a little bit. That's why I was
Hmm.
like, I didn't understand that, but yeah, that's just when you said that. That's immediately the first person to pop my mind was Kofi Kingston. Like he had
Just
six
be
months
like
with it,
that.
you know.
So a lot of people I'm looking at
Big
on this
E,
roster that are former world champions. You forgot that they're champs. Natalia, former champ. Who cares? Naomi, former champ. A lot of people, a lot of people that watch wrestling just think she never does it.
do you
She doesn't stay
know?
around the
Do you
top.
know who I really want to win a championship? Just off topic, Dakota Kai.
Ooh.
I feel like
Oh, you're
Dakota
speaking my
Kai has
language.
yet to win a single champ. Not no,
Nothing.
she hasn't won a
No,
champion
nothing.
before.
Yeah,
I was
nothing.
like, you got to put us somewhere.
She's
Like
got plenty of title shots for the NXT title,
that's
but
what
she
I'm
never
saying.
won.
That's why.
Candice LeRae too. She got a lot of shots too on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't had a singles title shot on Raw or SmackDown, other unless it's in a battle
Less than
royal.
the Battle Royal, of course, but who really counts that? But
But I guess technically she is a singles champ, so I'll take it.
I just wish Triple H swapped more people in and out to give us new fresh faces for feuds. Just because
Yeah, it's just hard to get
now
excited.
like the
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley thing is like, yeah, like I know she goes down, and I know EO is kind of like give a shot, but like, what do you do with Swerve? You know what I mean? What if you throw somebody else out for once and see, how this goes? You know, like
Yeah,
that's what.
yeah, and Io Sky's a good shout, but because she deserves it.
Yeah, of
But
course,
like, man,
but
I wouldn't. It would have been crazy to see Kyrie Sane win that.
that's what I'm saying. That be it's
You
like
know,
something different than what's predictable. I feel like
yeah.
right now it's just predictable. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
just
the match would be predictable because we know Liv's not losing that probably till close to
oh
Mania
yeah,
now.
yeah. She gonna lose it
If
to
I
Mania.
was gonna guess, yeah, if I was gonna guess, it's probably gonna be her and Rhea at
Oh,
Mania
it's
again,
his.
and then it's gonna be Tiffany and Charlotte because Charlotte's coming back at Royal Rumble, and she's winning the Royal Rumble,
I would
baby.
not be surprised.
I'm looking at this roster. I mean, there's still Alexa Bliss in limbo.
She's supposed to be
We
going
still got
back.
Oscar. Oscar just hanging out. Dakota Kai is injured right now,
Hmm.
but Dakota Kai's not a main talent, unfortunately, so it doesn't really matter. So it'd be cool to see some new people, especially with somebody like Liv Morgan, the champ. It's like, oh, she's like when Damien was the champ. Like anybody really could beat her, and we just waiting.
That's what I'm
But no,
saying.
we know that because she's
It's
feuding with
not
Rhea,
Rhea
it's only
Ripley.
a matter of time.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
only a
Rhea
matter of
Ripley
time.
who's just gonna win 95% of the matches you put her against.
Yeah,
So
and she's
it's
not fighting anybody good, because the Raw roster is not stacked. So that's the only reason I wanted to do this.
I do
It's just
like
because I was like,
yeah
I like Raw, but the roster on Raw is just disappointing.
yeah.
SmackDown's not actually bad. They just keep using the same people in the same feuds.
Hmm.
They're not rotating
That's what I'm
people around.
saying. Like I just sometimes I'm like, man, I don't. I love him, but I'm like, damn, bro. Like every time,
Yeah,
the
why don't they do
same.
it? Why haven't they done a Jade Cargill like match for a title and just like do a DQ like they do all the time?
I
Like why haven't we seen that yet?
I
She's
don't
like,
know.
oh, I love the tag team championships. That's all I care about. Tag team titles. It's like y'all don't care about the world title too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why don't you give her those
Like
right
like
up
get
opportunities?
screwed. Yeah, like you get a title shot and then get screwed by somebody random like let's say a Blair Davenport,
Yeah,
and then you just be like, yo, what is she doing this for? And then y'all that's how you get a feud started with a star and somebody that wants to be a star, like Dolph Ziggler and all of them, the Miz and all of them used to do back in the day when they're just where there were nobodies, and all of a sudden now they're main event stars or they're
hmm
higher card stars winning the United States title, the Intercontinental title. They don't do that. I don't know why.
Right.
It's just like you have to have the like top feud or like the secondary mid TV feud, and that's it. But all right, I don't want to. I know we've been talking about this pretty long, so let's go ahead and move on to the last question. It'll be quick.
Okay.
This is a quick one. So we're gonna I'm gonna name 3 titles,
Okay.
and you rank them. You rank them in this order. You keep one forever. You you hate this belt, and the other one is erased from history, and that includes all the champions.
Okay.
So the first title, WWE title.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what it looks like, just
Just
WWE
the
title as a
titles,
whole.
of course.
Yep, World Heavyweight title,
Okay.
and then the NXT title.
Wow.
All 3 world titles.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So you have to love one and keep all of the lineage. You hate this. You hate this title, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a hate. And the third one is you get rid of it, and all the history of champions never happened.
Okay. So 1, 2. So this is mine. 1, the World Heavyweight Championship is my love. I
That's
love
a W.
the big gold one that is made for This looks like a really good championship.
That's a world
That's
championship.
that's
there.
a real good world championship. The second one, of course, be WWE Championship. I think you don't have a company named WWE
Yeah.
without a WWE Championship. So I would keep it just to keep on the lineage. To NXT, honestly, there's so many good talents and stars. I don't really feel like you really need the champions and all that stuff. I mean, it's just
It's
like
probably the same order I would go.
it's just more realistic than anything else. Like
Yeah, because the only reason I would say hate for WWE is because sometimes I have not loved the designs.
Yeah.
The World Heavyweight title I've never had a complaint with. I even like the current version.
I do like the current version, but my favorite,
a lot of people don't like the big W.
If I play like WWE 2K24 and
Yes, sir.
I make a tag team, that's the championship I'm putting on them. Like I'll
Yeah.
customize it and make a tag team championship because
I'm the World Heavyweight Tag Team Champion.
exactly, and that's what it's
Yes, sir.
just that's my favorite title. No, if I could
Nothing wrong
own
with
one
that, man.
title ever, it's that one. That's hands down. It's just
Hey, man.
too
If
much.
anything is possible. What Kevin Garnett say?
Anything is possible.
It's possible.
Oh
So,
my god, right talking about that.
yeah.
But the one person that made me fall in love with it the most is Batista, hands down. It's just the way it looked on him, the way he just looked like a real champion that was made for that belt. Like certain
You
people
won't
do
believe it. Well, you might believe it. But yeah, he looked like a star.
Oh,
the person
man.
that made me love the title was Edge.
Edge, yeah, that's my close second too.
Every time I remember as a kid, I just looked up and I'm like, dude, this guy always has this belt.
Mhm.
He just always had it.
Yeah.
I think he's the most World Heavyweight Champion winner, like in
I
the
wouldn't be
WWE
surprised.
iteration at least. I'm pretty sure he is. I don't know for sure, but I'm more than positive he's had it the most out of everybody.
I would not be surprised.
Just that version of the title.
Because how many opportunities and the cash-ins and all that stuff listen, they call them the opportunities for a reason.
That man goes crazy.
I would not be surprised that he held that for so many times. But also another person to talk about is Triple H. Triple H is another person who wore that belt. Who wore that belt amazing. That's like
that dude looked like a star. He made that title like a star.
He made that title. So that's just a couple of the people too. But yeah, I would definitely say if I was like look at it like a champion, if I could pick one champion that was like that just made that belt, mine would be Batista. It's just like
I respect it.
But Triple H is my close second. I would say Triple H.
Like even looking at the WWE site, like it's got Triple H and Batista.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like entrance wise, walking down with it, it's Batista hands down. It looked like he was made for that belt. But a person who did the most for it, Triple H. I think Triple H has single handedly just elevated that belt to a whole different level. Personally,
who's your favorite WWE champion? If you could think of one.
That is a lot.
Like just like I'm gonna give you mine while you're thinking, because mine's is easy. It's just John Cena. I don't know why, but for some reason I think of the WWE title. I just think of John Cena.
I did too.
Because he had it so he just had it so much.
I was trying to be biased. I was like, it's John Cena. This is no way.
I mean,
don't
change the title for like 10 years.
Exactly.
It's use my version.
There's no way you go without don't talk about WWE. Then you talk about John Cena. Hot topic. I think he's breaking the record next year, hands down.
Yes,
I think he's breaking the record. I don't know who's gonna be against, but
be Gunther, man.
But I know
he's not fighting Goldberg. Yeah, maybe Goldberg. If he's not fighting Goldberg or he's not fighting
it's for 17. He's getting 17.
Brock Lesnar? Yeah, he's winning that, man.
I cannot wait for that pop. Okay, I was gonna go crazy. And he's gonna lose the next time Raw or some shit like that. But that's all that matters. He had this moment. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Alrighty, well let's go ahead and we'll talk about Crown Jewel real quick, hyper fast, because this is what we're here for, right?
All right, sorry, everyone. My camera's all messed up, but I can't fix it.
You're a good big man.
Crown Jewel. Um, what would you? Before we get into the actual stuff, what would you get the show? Like, what would you rate it? What would you grade it?
I might give it a 7, maybe even an 8, only because I think the crowd actually was like pretty interesting for once.
Yep.
Usually when they go out to Saudi, it's like it's hit or miss. Like sometimes it'd be quiet,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if they're just fired up, but like
I'm turn my
that
camera
they
off. I don't
started
see that works.
us off with a oh you good.
I just turned my camera off
Okay.
and on. See
They
that fix
started
it.
us
There you
off.
go.
I mean, they started us out with a hot match. They ended us with a pretty, actually, really good technical classic. It was some good midpoints as well. So, I mean, I think I'd give it a 7.5. How about that?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would say the same thing. About 7.5. At first glance, with just the main event, I was like, eh. But then the whole Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and then the LA Knight triple threat, the Bloodline got me really into it more and more.
Yes, sir.
But um, yeah, I would say my favorite match of the night. I gotta be the LA Knight match. It's just it was way too
No,
good.
that was heat, man.
It was way
That
too
was heat.
good. The second match would be was that the tag team match?
The
The women's tag
Bloodline
team.
one.
Then the women's tag team.
Oh, really?
I
I
like
thought the
that one.
Bloodline one was probably my second favorite.
I did like the women's. I just like
It
women's
was
tag.
good.
I like
It was
women's
good.
wrestling. I like women's wrestling way
Oh, I
too
love it.
much.
I love it. It was
Um,
really good.
but for the
The ending.
storyline though, storyline wise, we need the bloodline. That shit was I cannot wait for Friday. Just how everything we heard and so far, but just the aftermath of the whole time match was great. I loved it so much. Um,
Sir.
all right, so let's go into the first match. We'll go through the card real quick. The first match we had the 6-man tag team match between the Bloodline and the Usos and Roman Reigns. Now what kind of made me think that they're not gonna just get patched all up is that they both had separate entrances.
Yes, sir.
That Jay still had his entrance and Roman came out with Jimmy came out with Roman. So I was like, okay, like this it's not fully they're not fully back, you know. So
Right.
that's what maybe the first time I saw that made me think, okay, they're gonna lose because if it's the bun line coming back, the OG bun line, they'll have like I don't have the same the song and everything like that, but it'll come out
That's
together
what I
more
was thinking.
symbolic, more in unison than what they were doing now.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, they're gonna lose. Like that was my first impression off my mind. I was like, they're gonna lose hands down because one, you have to advance the story somehow as well, and you can't have the OG bun line win
Yeah.
off the first match and that's it.
Yeah. It's like
So
imagine they win and it's like, all right, well, whatever.
it will make more
We're so
sense.
good still.
That's what I'm saying.
We're still the ones.
It will make more sense with some fuckery happening, and with the OG bloodline that kind of continues them to get back together, put all the pieces together with all the trauma and stuff they went through before. Just like with Jimmy and Jay, like can Jay really trust Roman? Or
Right.
Jimmy and Jay really on the same page? And then you add, I don't know how they were gonna add, but he add Sami Zayn into it, and all of a sudden after the match, the OG bloodline wins, not no G bloodline, the new bloodline wins, which I was, I was really, I was kind of happy about. First, I don't like seeing Roman Reigns get pinned, but it makes more
Yeah,
sense. It makes more
I was
sense for
happy.
Solo to pin Roman to
Yeah,
kind of get
because
like, okay,
if
my
not, it's you gotta
faction
get give some
is been,
humility.
to
You gotta
make
earn it. You're babyface now. You can get pinned. It's okay.
that's what I'm
You
saying.
take them losses. We still
So
gonna cheer you.
it was just something I was not used to. I'm still not used to this day. I'm just like Roman lost, Roman got
Yeah.
pinned.
I
So,
was like,
but it,
if Jay or Jimmy gets pinned, it's like, well, okay, if Jimmy's in the ring, just get pinned. So what are you? That's why you're here.
mhm,
And then what are you gonna say?
that's what I'm saying. That's
So
what I was
if
like.
Roman gets pinned, then it's like he's got to look in the mirror. He can't get mad at anybody because he the one that got pinned.
He
He
was
didn't.
like,
Nobody. They didn't cheat him.
my
They
new
didn't
tribal
disrespect him.
chief pinned the
Yeah,
old tribal chief. So what's
yeah,
really going on? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And he got
So,
hit with his own playbook of the ref bump. Could have been DQ, and
mhm,
then gets hit with the "ya me."
yeah,
But I got a point real quick to jump in. So just like you when you said about the entrance,
mhm,
when they came out, and I was telling we weren't watching together, but I was telling Catherine, we were watching it together in our living room on the TV, and I looked over and I told her, I said, if they all come out to Roman Reigns theme song, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. They just rushed it just so that way they can come out. And I seen Roman and Jimmy, I got hype. I said, let's go. They can't take the yeet away from Jay, bro.
yeah.
Jay needs to do it with this crowd.
My
He's done it with
thing,
every foreign crowd.
my thing is that for his big, I think the bloodline. This is my theory. Or not theory. This is what I want to have with the OG bloodline. I think that all should be their own individuals, keep their own songs, but the original bloodline songs should be as a group. So like how like Evolution, they had all the separate entrances, but when they came together, it was Evolution. Like when you heard that song, they were all together. So that's what
They
I feel
need
like.
a song. I don't think
That's
they
what
should
I
use the
think.
Roman
I
song.
I don't
Yeah,
like Roman songs just made for him. That's the hero
yeah.
one. Jimmy made his. Jay has his. He has the same entrance. Everyone else does the same old thing. But when you put all together as the bloodline, you should do the OG one, the OG, the one that everyone loves so much, the heel one they had.
I like the song, but I think they should get a
I
new song.
think I think that, or unless they pull out something magical, that's the only
Call,
thing.
call Jim Johnson on the phone.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get a crazy bloodline track.
I just think,
I li-
but I think that's what they're
Solo should
missing.
not be coming out to his song either.
No, that's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
they need faction themes, so they need to bring those back.
What's the
Because
last
when
time we
damn
heard? Yeah, last time we heard Tamatonga's theme song.
the
Oh
tag
my
team ladder
god,
match,
or Jacob Fatu, for example.
it's been a while for his.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
cannot name his, but the Tamatonga was
That
like a month
that
ago.
bitch should be played every single time they walk in. Okay,
Yeah, they playing at a house show,
they need
brother.
to.
No
So I'm saying,
solo.
no.
By
Every single
orders of the tribal
time he
chief.
walks in, that should be the music. That's
He
that's
should be
that's
walking
that
in.
shit. I was
It's
like,
only
you
gonna be a
cannot.
few weeks before they add. I love solo.
Oh
Do
my
do do
god.
do 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 do. They're gonna do it. You know they're gonna
Please
do it,
God, no! I would turn it off. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. But
sir.
but back on track.
Yeah,
Obviously they're headed towards the war games. It's gonna be. I have a feeling it's gonna be a 44 this year.
yeah,
Um,
100%.
it has to be a 44 this year
And
with
the Rock is
everybody
gonna come out
involved.
like CM Punk did last year.
Now,
He's gonna come out, stand
now
there, and look at
I
him,
just
and then do
suspect
this.
some him make an appearance somehow on all these big shows, like the biggest
I
shows.
think the good. I think our bloodline is gonna win because obviously Sammy's there, and I think they're gonna be celebrating and happy. You know, like hey, let's go. And then the
And then
Rock
Rock
comes
comes
out,
out.
just like I said, like CM Punk did, and just like he did in Bad Blood. Because Bad
Hmm.
Blood was like everybody. You know, Roman was like, yeah, he's looking at you, Cody. He's looking at you. He wants that title. But then literally, and then Cody's like, yeah, I hear you. He's looking at you talking trash. But literally, the Rock raised that eyebrow. He says, I ain't looking at that title. I'm looking at what I do with La Fala at.
Right.
That's mine, player.
I
You
think
know,
that
and
I think
yeah,
we get Brock Roman at one of those big events. I know Roman's gonna be in the Royal Rumble, but I think we
I
get Rock
think
Roman at before we get Cody Rock. Honestly, I think that's
I
the
don't.
plan.
I think we're getting Cody Rock at the Rumble still possibly,
Hmm.
and
Or
then
we
I
get Cody
think
Rock first, and then Rock Roman. Well,
Cody
Rock Roman's
Rock and
WrestleMania, anyways.
Rock goes over, but also in the middle of and at the end of the night, Rock screws Roman out of the Royal Rumble,
I think so.
starting their feud, and then Roman wins the Elimination Chamber later or something,
Hmm.
and maybe either John Cena or CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble. That'd be my dream
I
Royal
hope
Rumble.
it's
They
John
need to do
Cena.
more shenanigans
I
in the
hope it's
Royal
John
Rumble.
Cena. I
They've
think
been,
that'd
the
be
last couple
such
of
a
Royal Rumbles have been
learned
so
moment.
predictable. Do something crazy like because this year again, this
But
is
Punk,
upcoming the Royal Rumble.
but
Yeah,
Punk as well. I think this
yeah.
is his last ride. I think
That's what I'm
he
saying.
needs it because his
Give
father
it to
fulfilled
him.
that dream to him. I
Give it to him.
think
There's 2 nights of Mania, dude.
I
They
think
don't even
it's
need to do the
yeah.
Royal Rumble for the Rock and Roman match. The Roman doesn't need to win the Royal. He's already won it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, he's won it once.
Roman Reigns want to yeah.
Yeah, he's already won the Royal Rumble. He's the winningest man of all time. Does he
Mm-hmm.
really need to win a Royal Rumble to have a main event WrestleMania match? No, The Rock just did it without doing nothing. He
Yeah,
just walked in. I'm the final boss. I don't fuck around.
yeah, pretty
So,
much. I don't think
so
Roman needs to do
yeah,
anything.
I think it's gonna be Rock Roman and then John Cena. If he's not fighting for the world title at WrestleMania, I think CM Punk is gonna fight either. Let's say it is Gunther, or let's say Seth wins it back
I
from
think it'd be
Gunther.
Seth. To be honestly,
Then it'd be them
something
two fighting. Yep.
in my heart is telling me, I think they're gonna do Seth and Punk at Mania. They have to.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
it's
okay
just
with
way
that.
too much of a money match for them
And
to
they can tease it at the Rumble,
have a money
and you
feud
know
of the
they
last
got so
time
much
go around.
time. They
So
got so much time.
yeah,
So
that
I think that's
sucks.
what's gonna happen. So yeah, but yeah, I think Rock's coming back at Survivor Series. It's gonna be that 4v4 like you said, and then I think Roman seems obviously gonna win. There's no way they're gonna lose twice.
Nah,
They're not
no
gonna
way
do all
hell
this
they're losing.
build, and then after that, that's when they'll start moving on to the Rock taking over. They're like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
it's time for somebody else to
It will
do this
start to
because y'all
shift
can't get it done.
more towards WrestleMania. I think when we
Yeah,
get closer towards Royal Rumble, it's gonna get hectic. It's gonna get
yeah.
real hectic.
And
So
then
that's you
and
go
I think
down
the
the
Rock is gonna start treating
storylines and
Solo like Roman was treating Jay, and then they're gonna cast him out, kick him out,
I need to
and
come
then
back to the bloodline with the new
yeah,
guys.
and then Solo is gonna be the person that helps Roman win in the end, like he always used to.
Hmm.
Or maybe it'll be Solo versus Jacob at WrestleMania.
I think
That's cool.
so.
Give
I think
Solo hasn't
that.
had a Mania match, and he's been around for like 3 years.
I think the
It's
original
time.
force
It's
is from True
time.
Enforcer, and then they get the
Yeah,
gold tag team for two tag team. I think it's a
yeah.
bloodlines that go
The
down.
Usos and
It's
the
gonna be,
God. Yeah,
it's gonna be
you're right.
down that way.
That's where it's going.
I
That's got to be where it's
think
going. Give me a
because
Bloodline Mania,
that's what I'm saying. It would make the most sense for them to have each group, and each of them will have the kind of like the matches going on or the feuds. That's how I
and
feel like
then
it's gonna
Sammy
break down.
versus KO.
That's what I feel like, and it's gonna be the biggest
Mania.
crash shot
I can
ever.
write Mania today. I can write Mania right now. I can book the whole show.
I truly think that's gonna happen. And then there's
Oh,
women's,
that
of
I
course,
think
women's as well.
100% that is happening.
So I think
If
that.
Rock doesn't come out, I think Kevin Owens is coming out the
Oh
next
yeah.
week.
Oh yeah.
You son of a bitch! You
Oh
decided
yeah.
to team with that bloodline. Remember what he did? And everybody's like, "Yo, KO's not wrong," because I think KO's gonna be the next Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah. KO
Because
was on that.
they're literally telling the same story they did with McIntyre with KO. And
Crashing
now
out.
it's like, and they're like, yeah, they got to put him against somebody, some heat. And Randy Orton is that guy.
It's gonna
So
be
they're doing. I
Randy.
think they're doing the same story.
Randy. And I think he's gonna go to Cody for
I
a
think
minute, and then after Cody, it's gonna be after Cody. I think Friday is gonna be some iteration of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn interacting, and
I'll
Kevin's
have
gonna
some
be
eye
like,
contact.
and there's gonna be some eye contact. There's gonna be something, and it's gonna start that original rivalry between them about KO just crashing the fuck out whenever he sees something about Sammy. And then that's when what truly happens, and that's when they start that build. I think that's the Mania build. I honestly think it is. I think
Start
you
sooner
saved
or
that for
later. We're
Mania.
in November. We're in
Now I
November,
know
so
you started, but like it has to finish at Mania. Same way with
yeah, it's
Bianca
gonna be a while.
Belair and
They
Jade
probably won't even
Cargill.
officially touch. They
That's
probably won't even touch until like Royal Rumble.
yeah. I think that's
And then,
I think that's
or
Mania.
yeah, maybe KO takes him out and he comes back at the Rumble or something. I don't know, something like that.
It's a
But there's
lot.
a
That's
lot
a
of people you got
lot.
to think about that are gonna come back around that time.
Hmm.
Because I mean, Drew, Punk. I said this here, but he'll be really like back in his groove.
I'm trying to think about
You
just the
got
Mania matches possible. You know, what I mean, like
oh, I
just the
can think about
feuds
everything.
that like you
Yeah,
cannot turn down, like Punk and Seth. That has to
that
be a
whole show
Mania
is booked,
match.
man.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Triple H has the whole show booked already,
Bianca
and I can
Belair and
tell you
Jade
who.
Cargill. That has to be like down the line. That has to be their feud. Has to be in Mania. That's what has
I
to
don't.
happen.
I think maybe they
I
might wait one more year.
no, I don't think.
Only reason I say that is because I'm like they have potential. The women's tag team division has not mattered this much, and
That's
you've seen what happened when they lost the titles.
that's
It
the
didn't
only
matter
thing.
again.
Yeah,
Then it
that's
went
what.
back and it started mattering again.
That's the only thing is like now where do you go? Like, do you really pull them apart and break up everything you have going well just for them to kind of have their match, and then where you go after that? You know, like
Then you got
it
to
doesn't
split
leave
them
you.
brands.
That's what you're saying. But I know this is like the entry, but like, do you keep the belts on them and make them even more and more better? Because now you have Last Legend and Jakara Jackson, who's coming to the light. Now you have Damage Control coming into light, but also you have Io Sky doing her thing. Like, what I feel like
Got
the
Pure
tag
Fusion
teams.
Collective not doing nothing. Party
Uh,
Girl's not doing nothing.
uh,
I'm just saying. I'm just
but
saying.
I got you.
You
I
know,
got you. I got you.
yeah. There's
But
just a
like,
lot of people doing nothing, so why not just keep them together
and plus, you
for
don't know how
now?
many people come like from the indies and different promotions and stuff like that who
Stephanie
are really
Bucker and
good.
Julia together.
That's what I'm saying. Now, what if they want to be a
Delta and
tag team?
Rhea,
Where the hell did
Raquel
that come in?
and Liv.
That's what. There's so many things you
Yeah.
can go on as a tag team unit, and
Yep.
like those two be as an actual group and going along and just constantly competing. And yeah, they lose, but it stays a
They're
tag team.
yeah.
I think they benefit more as a tag team than they do with single stars. Honestly, I just
Yeah,
don't
for
know.
now, yeah, at least.
I just don't know.
Yeah, Bianca, what is Bianca gonna do?
Now, when you say that now, it clicks in my head more. It's like I think they should be more of a tag team run for at least another year. I honestly
Yeah,
now when you said that, it makes
it
more
builds that
sense.
chemistry and make you care more about them. Like, let's
Because
say
now,
hypothetically, the Street Profits broke up, like they're telling a New Day story right now.
mhm,
Like, it's like if they break up, it's like they have so much history that it's like, oh man, why would you do that, Xavier? That's your boy. We know you love Kofi. Y'all been together 10 years, man.
mhm,
Countless title reigns,
exactly,
record breaking, stuff
exactly.
like that. You guys have feuds with the Usos and the Bar, and it's you guys came from nothing, and then like Bianca and Jane are like, okay, even if they lose the title, it's like, okay, well now you're gonna
Now
turn
you,
generic.
yeah.
Oh, we lost our title.
Now you can
Now I
turn on her
hate you.
now. Now you can do
Yeah,
this now. Like no, I
like
feel
this,
like they need to be a tag team for it to hit harder when they
yeah,
finally turn heel. I think it
yeah,
would be Jade. Realistically, it would be Jade because I think Bianca does way too much as a babyface.
she's the number one baby
That's what I'm
face.
saying. I don't like it because she needs something. I want her to be a heel, but
And Jade's a good heel.
WWE is way too pressing bound on Bianca Belair. Like
Yeah,
Bianca Belair, Cody Rhodes, Roman.
she's the
That's
John
it.
Cena for the women's
That's what
division.
I'm saying. That's it.
They
You
like
know,
people love Rhea.
and
Yeah,
Rhea
people
too.
like Rhea, but Rhea's not doing commercials.
But number one, I would think one woman's John Cena, Bianca Belair. So that's what I'm saying. You keep her face, but you turn Jay Cargill heel. Now I think it should be done like a year afterwards, like Corday said, and I think you should slowly start to build that tag team division. Like
I'm with you.
if it
Keep
starts
doing it.
start trading teams, start trading, blah 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 blah. Boom. Now you got Chelsea Green and Piper Niven can have it for a little bit, like they had before.
Yeah,
I get that, but now what they lose to Garrett Jackson and Last Legend. Okay, well that goes back to NXT. What if the new some like NXT wants it? Now you come back to
yeah.
Bianca Belair and they come back. You know what I mean? Like it's so much things you
They
can do
should
with
do
it
that
now.
too. I'm with you on the
Oh
NXT
my
thing.
god.
A team in NXT should win it, so that way they can go. That'll be a soft call up, and then when they lose, it's like, oh man, I'm loving those girls,
That's so
and then they go watch NXT.
it's so much things they can do. And I feel
Yeah,
like I feel like Triple H is almost there with it, but I feel like I need to see like the actual shift that actually happens.
yeah.
I feel like he's building this up, and this lasts a lot longer than what everyone says. And I feel like everyone, like all the podcasts and stuff we watch, everyone says you gotta break him up. I was like, now when I heard your opinion and what realistically you see that down the line, I think it'd be better to keep it as a tag team as of right now, just to going
I mean,
forward.
yeah. The longer the better.
That's what I'm
Now,
saying.
if you do the Austin Theory and Grayson Waller thing, where you just tease it for like 7 months, then just get it over with.
Thank you.
But
And nothing
if
ever
you're gonna
happens.
just let them just be normal, let
And
them be
that's
really
and
good
there's
friends. Let's see
still
some wholesome moments. Let's have a Christmas segment together. Hey, Bianca, look what I got you. Hey, Jay, look, we got this. Let's get some theme music together.
you know
Let's
what I
do,
think?
yeah.
I think it
Then
should
you could,
be
yeah,
I think they should have one-on-one match, but it's friendly competition. I think it should be a friendly competition in the tournament for them
and then
to
just yeah,
actually try to see how it goes for a little bit. And then one loses like, oh well, you get the best of me. Hey, we're still a tag team. Let's get in that. But that still it starts to creep and creep, and then
and then yeah.
you don't do it fast. You slow burn it. That's Triple H. She likes to slow burn. She slow burn it, and maybe a couple of months go by, and then a miscue happens. And you think, oh shit, is this it? Okay, what's really going
Yeah,
down? And then you slowly, and then next year, I would say this leads to like next year goes like Royal Rumble.
yeah.
Things start to lean. Okay, what if
That's
this
what I was gonna
time
say. That's the
the both for
perfect
the
time. Royal
Rumble,
Rumble,
boom, throw her out.
number one and two.
Oh,
Number
like
one and
hey,
two.
am I
Stay there
saying?
the whole time. The last
Towards the
two.
end, boom, throw her out. Oh, I thought we were partners. What's going on? And then boom, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so much more you can do now. And then Mania next year, I think they should have their match. I think that should be the big time money match, first time
I
ever.
booked the yeah, and
Boom.
I booked the whole thing just like that. Like so, what they start in one and two,
Mhm.
and then let's say they make it to the final four.
Mhm.
They're there. Neither one of them are gonna win the match because one of them is gonna eliminate the other, and then they're
It'd be a
like
jealousy
the
thing.
crowd's gonna the crowd's gonna be all heartbroken. Oh, why would you do that? Like when Shawn Michaels kicked Triple H out the Royal Rumble that one year.
Yep.
Just kick was like, dude, why you do that? That's your
Well, I'm
man.
trying to
Like
win.
let's say Jay does
That'd be a
it for
perfect
like because
excuse.
she'll be the heel, and then she'll be like, I want to go to WrestleMania, and then like let's say like the last person in the ring is like Nia Jax or I don't know, just gets her out like 2 minutes later. Then they argue, be like, yo, we could have both been in there still. We could have took her out. And we could have led to the end. Then
And
they
it
have a little
slow
argument. They'd be like,
burns.
all right, it's cool.
Let's
Every
just calm
man for
down.
himself. And then they go for like a month and a half, 2 months, and then it gets down to WrestleMania because they lose a title match opportunity or something. They're like, you know what, man, I had it, bro. You've been screwing me
And
over.
it's due to
You
another
know,
miscue between both of them,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
how
Just
you
a
finally
couple
pop it.
miscues.
And
Easy,
that's how you
not
finally get
yeah,
Jade to go out on Bianca. I don't think
yeah,
Bianca should do it to Jade. I think Jade should do Bianca. I think Jade should be
yeah.
like,
It'll
I'm
get Jade over
tired.
way more.
That's what I'm saying. I'm tired of you doing this. I'm tired of you thinking yada 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 yada. You're calling your
We
shots, you get
coming out to your
opportunities.
song.
Your
We dancing to
song,
your
we're separate.
music.
Boom. That's how
You
it
got your
happens.
gear. You know, we've been trying to do. I've been trying to come up with a team name. It's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Hmm.
No, it's Jade
Or
Cargill.
or
I'm the
you could do
Storm.
something really crazy. You could put in a
Yeah.
title shot, or like not a title shot, the elimination
The triple
chamber.
threat
Okay,
match.
the elimination chamber right after before going to the qualifiers.
Yeah.
You screw
One of them
have
takes the other
Jade
out.
screw out Bianca, and that's how you finally get that feud about to happen.
Golf
I
clap
think
on that one.
I
Yes,
think
sir.
that's the perfect way for them to truly get it without having to be like try to make some shit happen. And it's kind of like the
Yep.
perfect scenario. It's like, oh, Bianca let everybody win, 3-2, boom, pull her out. oh my god, or hey, here comes Jay knocking her out, taking her backstage from shit like that. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
why
say.
roll
Yeah, I
up
was gonna
one,
say
two, three,
you're right.
one. That's
I was gonna say
it.
even better. Like you do the Royal Rumble spot where Jade eliminates Bianca, and then let's say that they have to fight each other in the qualifying. Let's say it's a triple threat match. Qualifier triple threat. Bianca gets the win, but Jade attacks her backstage, takes her place because she's injured. She comes out like Carmelo did. Says, "Trick, who attacked you?" It's like she's like, "Bianca, what happened? What
That'd be great.
happened?"
That'd be
And then
great.
she's like, I can't wrestle tonight. My knee." And he'd be like, "Don't worry, girl, I got you." And she go out there and win with a little smirk. And then they're like, "Oh, boo!" And then she walks out and runs out at the end of the match and be like,
You
because
attack, bitch.
Jay's not gonna win. And let's say Charlotte's in the match.
Hmm.
Jay's not gonna win. Because she was not supposed to be in that match anyways. She's not ready for elimination chamber. She never been in elimination chamber. And then boom, she loses. Blah blah blah. And then Bianca next week say, "So what happened last week?" So
Hmm.
bitch, fuck me up. Got my
Yeah,
kneecaps.
yeah. Hey,
And
listen,
I got something for you. Yeah.
we
So
we
they could
we a
let them cook, man.
we a
Let me
booking
cook, Triple
podcast.
H.
So we are.
I book all day.
All right,
But yeah.
let's keep going because we kind of talked
Oh
about
yeah, I forgot.
the
See, I
women's
like to,
tag team.
we talk about the interesting stuff. You know what I'm saying? The good
Um,
stuff, the fantasy.
let's go with this one. I like this one a lot. Seth Rollins versus
Yeah.
Bronson Reed.
Heat,
That feud is getting good. It's
heat.
one of the ones that I honestly, when it happened and finally happened, I was like, okay, because like I told, like, I don't know what podcast I said. Oh wait, hold on. I think your camera messed up. Okay, you good.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh,
your camera's
sorry.
timed out for a second. But I,
Oh
I
shit.
think what we're going off of is I think the Bronson Reed is on is on a whole other level right now.
The
And I
Bronson
think,
project is
and
finally paying
I am
off.
so happy that they got him with Seth Rollins. I think this is the perfect win-win situation for both of them. I think this
Yeah.
is a good one for him, for Seth Rollins to come back and get back to it. I know he's gonna win the feud, but this also
I
make
hope not.
Bronson Reed. I think Bronson Reed's gonna look really really good coming to it. I just don't see. I don't know where to go after this though. Like,
You ever booked Bronson to lose though? I don't think. I mean, he looked tough in defeat,
oh, he's
but
gonna
I
win the
think he
second
should have
match.
won.
I think he's gonna win the
Yeah.
second match, but I
I
think
think
it's
he
gonna
should win all
be.
three.
I
I mean,
think
I think he should have won all of them.
all of them. It
Seth
kind of
doesn't lose
surprised
anything.
me. It kind of surprised me when Seth won the first one. I was like,
He
yeah, I
doesn't
thought
lose
I
anything. You
thought
know what
it
I mean?
Bronson Reed, beyond hands down.
Bronson needs it. Every pay per view he's on, he loses. He was
But
on
no,
King and Queen of the Ring this year,
mhm.
and he was in an Intercontinental match, lost. Triple threat match last year with Bobby Lashley and I think Austin Theory for the United States title, lost. Elimination Chamber last year, lost. Every time he's on a pay per view, unless it's like obviously Royal Rumble, you're not in Royal Rumble contention yet. I just think he needs like something to just let him win. Why not?
I think that should be
Why
it.
not?
I think that should be Braun Breaker's next challenger. Bronson Reed,
You
Braun
gotta
and Braun,
win.
Braun and Braun.
Yeah,
Um,
and then I think maybe Seth will cost him that match, Drew McIntyre style. That's cool, or CM Punk style. That's cool. Let him let it. They're cooking. The match is good. It's on site every time they fight. I love it. I just think that Bronson. They need to let Bronson win more because he's a beast. But he lost the last man standing match.
he wins backstage segments.
Yeah, he looks so
That's how
strong,
he
and then he'll
wins,
lose.
and then he'll lose.
It takes a stump to the head, and it's like he should have got up. Big style. He's like, man, that don't work. I'm Samoan.
I really
Ah!
wish, bro. I think Bronson Reed needs to win this next one. I
Like
think he's
Jacob
come out the
Fatu
feud.
style.
I think to come out the feud looking better.
Please.
I think
If
he
he
should
can win
really
this
release
feud,
two.
I would take him seriously as a world title contender. He can skip the Intercontinental. You're beating Seth Rollins. You're looking strong. You're fighting
But
Braun
if
Strowman.
you skip him, who do you put for Braun Breaker? Sammy
Uh,
left. Gunther's are tied up. I mean, who
right.
else you really put up there? That's I'm just trying to think
Hmm.
about
It's
who's
gotta be a
gonna be next
jobber.
for it. That's what I'm saying. But like when he does
Probably
that,
got.
he can get to the Rhea Ripley effect and start
Well,
dominating all
Braun's got
these
to go through a couple of
matches.
people. He's got to go through some people. Because that's
I
what
just
they
feel
were gonna
like
do before Jay, I think, and then the Jay just thing got just go
oh
so crazy,
Jay,
and they're like, we have to just give it to him.
yeah.
So
I don't think after not Berlin, fuck, um, Backlash when he lost that one, I was like he has to win his next one. He has to. He has to. No screw ups. No screw overs. He
look at the
has to win.
men's roster on Raw real quick, and I'll tell you who I got. I'll give you an answer in 2 seconds.
I
Bear
was
with
say
me.
we got the 4 matches. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Talk about the match. I'll tell you who I got for Bronson.
uh,
Braun
gotcha.
Breaker.
Okay.
God,
We'll go through the women's crown jewel title match was next.
that
Um,
match was awesome.
it was good.
A lot of
Honestly,
shenanigans.
yeah, honestly, I didn't really care because like I just the whole crown jewel championship it took everything out for me. I was like, this is it's not really anything to lose, um, And then as soon as I saw Liv Morgan win, I said, oh, Cody has to win. You're not gonna give it to both people on the same brand. Like, absolutely no way in
Yeah.
hell. You're gonna do each champion.
Well,
So,
there was
so
no way Gunther was winning. As soon as I thought about it, I was like, "What's Cody we talking about? They
that's
give
what I'm
Cody
saying.
everything right
This is
now.
Cody in Saudi Arabia with a new championship, and Liv Morgan just
They
won.
need to put a face on it."
And it's
So
a face. He has to win
yeah,
it.
the
Like
the
it was.
women's one, it was two heels.
That's what I'm saying. As
Who
soon
booked
as
that?
as soon as I saw Liv Morgan win, I was like, Cody's winning, hands down. I want to see Gunther. I know it's gonna be to some. I don't know if it's gonna be like some fuckery or something's gonna happen between Gunther and him. Cause I don't think he's gonna lose straight up clean. But he lost a roll up. Well, roll up technically. He lost his
But that's okay.
a
That's good
pin.
for him
You
because
know,
if he got pinned straight up like by Cody, I'm like,
if
dude,
he lost clean
come
in that ring,
come on, man.
everyone would be going crazy. But the fact they
Yeah,
lost to
Cody could
like,
have lost and I would have been fine.
but
Because Cody, I think Cody right now is at the same thing as like some people. He's getting to a certain level where he's untouchable, and if he loses, it's not gonna really bother me that much. I'd be more shocked than anything.
that's what
Like,
I'm saying.
wow, he
Like right
lost.
now,
Oh, that's cool.
it's getting to the point where I just feel like Gunther and Cody are gonna be the untouchable face. I hope not. I hope
I
not.
don't know.
I feel like this is getting to my
Gunther,
untouchable
I think, is
people.
losing sooner than we think.
That's what I'm thinking. I won't.
People are thinking
I don't
Gunther might
think
lose to Damian Priest. I don't know if you think that or not, but a lot of people I've been following the dirt sheets. Some people thinking that Damian is winning the title back and he's gonna fight Finn for the world title
but
at WrestleMania.
it is in New York too.
That's what I'm
Honestly,
saying. Like he might have another short reign and then lose it to somebody like, let's just say Drew, or let's say he loses it to Seth, or he loses it to Punk early, because Punk still wants that
you know
title.
what's
He keeps
crazy?
talking about it.
Because what's crazy is that I've been hearing. Well, I've been looking, like WWE. They be posting stuff like Finn Balor. He be posting like 10 years, 11 championships. I was like, why is this all of a sudden coming up? You know what I mean? Like, why is he keeps on
I think it
saying
may be
this?
them two going for the title,
That's what I'm
and
saying. I think it'll
to
make more
reheat them up.
sense will be from Damien to actually win it. Now,
I
it'd
would
be
love it.
crazy to swerve, but I think you do that in New York, where he is from. You have to do that there. Win
And just
it,
call it, yeah,
and
DQ
then
style.
I think Finn Balor should be the one to take it off of him. I think so.
Yeah, I would love it.
And
Oh,
then
love it.
somehow, if you want to go from there to, I don't know how you get from that to Punk, or that to Seth
At
Rollins and then
like
Punk,
3 months.
but
April.
I do
They could
think
lose an elimination chamber.
Seth's gonna go into Mania as champion, and I think Punk is gonna be the challenger. And they're gonna have to run it back. They have to run
They
it.
can do yeah. They can do a world heavyweight title elimination chamber match, a match that they haven't been able to do in a long time because they don't ever put the titles in
It'd
the
be
line
Punk's
elimination
first
chambers
main
anymore.
event. It'd be Punk's first main event, WrestleMania. And it'd be the one he would belong to, the championship, and then it's the feud that everyone wants. Like it's you kind of got to do it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's the
Think
one I could write.
magic.
It's a couple of matches I can literally just write. If I had to write down to put 100%,
Thank you. This is
have you play Jackbox sometime? You put the 100% mark and
yeah.
99%.
Like I know
I'm
this
writing
is
this
going.
down.
Yeah, double
That has to be
points.
mine. That has to
Yeah,
be mine.
I'm
It,
double jeopardy on this.
it
Yeah,
has to be mine. If I put all my money into it, that's
there's
definitely
no
the money
way they're
shot.
gonna let that happen. Yeah.
That has to
So
be the money match.
if I'm booking, I'm thinking Gunther gets screwed some way somehow
Hmm.
out of the match, or maybe Finn helps Damian win so that way he can take it from him.
That'd be some,
Because if I'm Finn Balor, why would I cost Damian Priest the title? No, I'm
or
just gonna turn it on him anyways.
you could probably get Ludwig, Ludwig, Ludwig
They have been teasing that.
to cause
They're
Gunther.
teasing the Gunther face turn.
That's why, and toss Gunther. I think he's gonna be the one to end that reign. Now
I won't hate it.
that'll be crazy because you
Yeah,
finally get Ludwig. God, I keep on saying the name wrong. Ludwig, some actual heel
Ludwig,
heat. And I think he's a
Ludwig,
better
Ludwig.
heel. Than I think he'll be a face. I think
Gunther could be a good face though.
I think
He'd
Gunther
be like
is
the
a
Big
good.
Show.
Thank you. He
Slap.
I think Gunther is a great tweener. He can have those heelish moments where he can talk, but he's a good face though. He's a good
The
symbolic
traditional man looks
champion,
good, strong.
and he shows respect when respect is due. I think that's what made me think, okay, he could be a face. But
And he can talk. He can
Ludwig,
talk.
I don't think Ludwig can be a face. He has to be a heel. He's like his
He's got a
girlfriend.
douchebag look.
He
He
has
looks
to
like a
be a
douchebag.
heel. Like Tiffany Stratton has to be a heel. Can never
Nah,
be a
she's gonna be a
face.
face
I
by
don't.
the end of the year.
I just. I. Oh man. I like her better as a heel
Me too.
character. But
Every time her song hits, they pop crazy. Everybody loves
I
Tiffy.
just see it more
Tiffy
work.
time. Tiffy time. What time is it? What time is it? Like Braun Breaker. Any dogs barking in New York?
You know what's crazy? They always make some. They always make the most random people so over. I never get that. It's
It's always
always
the
been like.
heels.
It's
The
always been
heels are
the.
always over. Heels are so cool. That's
It will
why
just happen, bro.
faces are so lame.
It will just happen,
Like
bro.
I want to love Rakizel.
Rakizel.
I heard it on a podcast. I listened to the rest of the cool podcast
Mm.
of my free time. They're calling Raquel Diesel because she's the Diesel to Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But so they're calling her
Yes.
Raquel because she's big, mommy, cool. That's what she used to be in NXT. And I'm like, okay, I want to like you so bad, Raquel. You're so cool, but you're such a loser.
How do you
You
fix
just,
Raquel? How do you fix her? How do you
dude,
fix the enforcer side of what she's doing right now? How do you
stop
fix
wearing the stupid sunglasses.
it? Okay.
You're not cool with the stupid wraparound dad shades. Keep doing what you keep wearing the fits. The fits are immaculate. Keep wearing the black leather, long pants, boots, and don't wear the stupid shades because at least the shades that you choose are so dumb. Wear like some aviators, man. Keep the long ponytail. It looks fantastic. But stop running away and maybe win. There's two of you. Why are you always
I
losing to
think she has
everybody?
to get some wins first, and if she has to
Yeah, why
bully,
she not wrestling?
she has to bully Rhea Ripley. I think that's the biggest
She needs to
letdown.
start squashing some babies
The
first
no,
before she gets to Rhea
I'm
Ripley.
saying
She ain't
though
doing nothing.
because the whole thing they're going through is Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Now, everybody knows Rhea Ripley can beat Liv Morgan. Now, the thing that they should do is she can't get to Liv Morgan because of Raquel. Now, Raquel has to be the only person that can bully Rhea Ripley. You know what I mean? Like it's just it has to be something like that because
Beat her down.
you can't be an enforcer and then you get bullied by everybody else. That's not a
Gets
point of
beat up by
enforcer.
everybody.
But
Nia Jax,
why am I here?
Bailey,
Why am I
Bailey.
here when I just get beat up? Like
Yeah, Bianca, Jade. She's getting beat up by everybody.
like
Like
it's like you can't have like Solo or Chicken Fatu and he gets his ass beat by fucking just someone
he does
random.
this like he got pulled out the
You
ring
can't.
because they're like, yo, we can't have you looking bad. Like Raquel should be just there to either scoop Liv out of some trouble and then run away. But she should not be running away from Bianca and Jade.
Or
Okay, yeah, sure they're big, muscly, strong, but Raquel, you're supposed to be the same thing, if
thank
not
you.
bigger.
You're
You're
supposed to be.
tall.
She's supposed to be the most dominant person on that
Yeah,
Raw roster right
Liv
now.
and Dom should be
She
running.
has to.
Why are
Thank
you
you.
running?
She has to be. This is what happened. Every time she gets close because she has beef, right, and Rhea gets in the ring, who's the first person that steps up? Boom.
She runs
Raquel.
up, punch in the face, get on the ground, jobber. All right, let's go. Let's
Raquel.
fight for real, Liv. And then Liv holds her own for like a couple minutes.
That's like
And then she gets beat up. But it's okay. Liv can get beat up. She's a little girl and she's getting ragdolled around.
that's what I'm
She
saying.
shouldn't be beating up Rhea
She should be
anyways.
getting.
But
She's
Raquel,
playing the cowardly
yeah,
role perfectly. I think her and Dom are the
yeah,
cowardly heel couple that
yeah,
runs away
keep
from
it up.
everything but takes their advantages. So I think the only
They're chicken.
way.
That's what they call it. They call that chicken shit heel.
I think yeah.
And keep it up. They're
Ooh.
doing great. But
I think the only way, I'm
Raquel,
just finish this last one. I think the only way that Rhea gets her hands on Liv is catch her slacking. It's the times where Raquel said, "Hey, I'm gonna go check this out." Boom, here comes Rhea Ripley getting her licks in. That's why I feel like that should be easier than just Rhea Ripley
yeah,
dominating
somewhere
the
she
whole damn thing.
jumps her, jump Raquel, like
Oh,
out of nowhere, just like catch her off
with
guard when she's like
weapons, with something that
walking
she's
inside.
not expected. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
Take her
Bronson Reed
out.
and Seth.
Boom.
She's walking in with her bag, she's like, I'm ready to rock. I got my glasses on, I just got here, live. Just go ahead real quick.
Simple segment.
I gotta check my yeah. And then
Hey,
just
I'm
take
stepping
her
out.
out.
Hey, I'm stepping out real quick. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Boom. Close the door. Smack away the chair. Go ahead.
So
Get
I'm
in
gonna
that
check on
room.
Dom. He just had a rough match. I'll be right back.
Thank
And then
you.
out of nowhere, just boom through the wall. Like Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman. Just like as soon as you see him, like it's on site, and then you
Oh,
weren't paying attention because you weren't ready because you were just getting ready. I don't know.
oh
They have a lot of
man,
options, but
it's
Raquel is a
it's
loser,
so
loser.
easy. It's so I would say it's easy facts because I'm not I'm not a booker, but
No, that's easy. I could
it's
do
oh my
it.
god, there's so many things you can possibly do instead of her making her look like a just uh it's not an enforcer. She's not an enforcer. She's just a body bag to sit there. That's all
It's
she
loser.
is.
She's a loser.
She gets
Say her
bullied
exactly what it is.
around
She's a
by Rhea
loser.
Ripley, and I'm like, God
She's
damn
a
it, bro.
she's a loser ass loser. She could be in the damn tag team division right now, just getting like beat up by Pure Fusion Collective loser style.
I wouldn't be
Because
surprised.
I wouldn't be
I
surprised
wouldn't be surprised at this point.
if she was getting taken out by they were hitting her leg or she was injured. whatever. But she is just normally walking down the ramp to Rhea Ripley, punching her face, laying on the ground. Nia Jax's with the little annihilator. It's like, bro, come on, bro.
I
You
don't.
gotta look strong at some time.
That's the thing.
Cool.
But okay,
I don't know.
go. Let's
But,
go. Let's go. We're about to hit an
yeah.
hour.
All right. What's the last match? I know we're missing one.
We have two more
The triple
matches.
threat
We have Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. It was a great
that
night of
didn't really
match,
happen.
but
Yeah.
it was good. It was a skip through it. It was a
Yeah.
good beat up brawl around.
Yeah.
Made
Yeah,
KO
little
look really
brawl.
good. And then we had a United States triple threat match
Yeah.
between LA Knight, Andrade, and Carmelo Hayes. Match of the night, obviously.
100%.
I think all of them have crazy synergy together. I think that's the
Mm-hmm.
first time. It's really rare we have a triple threat where everybody clicks. Like the
I mean,
last
it's
thing,
LA Knight's best match.
that's what I'm thinking. I think the last time we had something like this, to me at least, was Mania, and it was Gunther, Drew, and Gunther,
Oh yeah,
and
man,
that
that was
was
a
that was a banger. That was, oh my
that was
god, that
heat.
was so good
That
of a
was heat.
match. So I think it's very rare if we have all of them, and I think they should keep on feuding for at least a little bit. Now,
Yeah.
this
I
is
was
my
gonna say
question
no, they should just move on.
to move
That's what I was
on.
gonna ask you. But go ahead, go ahead. Say what you're gonna
Um,
say.
my question to you is, I know we talked about this. I know it's kind of an easy one, but who do you think takes the championship off of who? Out of these three right here.
Oh, out of these three,
Yeah,
I had somebody else. But I guess out of the three, probably Mello.
Mello, and then who do you
Mello,
think Mello
Mello
is?
is who I want to see, but I think Andrade might have the best chance right now.
Okay.
Just only because I think that they want Andrade to stay where he's at.
Mhm.
Because if he doesn't stay hot, he will get cold.
Yes.
Whereas Carmelo, he's got a lot of room to grow. He's young. There's no way that they're gonna just treat him like trash right now. And he might go into a tag team at some point, maybe.
I
But right
think
now, he's
I.
in a good position.
You know what the perfect tag team is for him?
Wesley,
The Street Profits.
no, God, I don't want to see
but
that.
but not as a face group, as a heel group. I think
I also don't want to
I
see
think
that.
no, because I think he brings another level to another heelish tendencies that the Street Profits need. I don't think he should be the leader. I think it should be someone who says, "Hey, I'm tired of losing, just like y'all tired of losing. We lose these opportunities, and we need to get our shit together." Because you've seen Montez Ford on Instagram been talking about, "Hey, I'm tired of losing. I'm very frustrated of everything." Boom, we have Carmelo Hayes, who's another black figure. I'm not saying it has to be a black figure each time,
Yeah,
but I mean,
of course.
he's like he won the NXT championship. He won the North American championship. He's very successful, but he wants to win the next level too. So why don't we help each other out and change the shit around and actually win these championships? You know what I mean? Like win these opportunities. That's what I think personally. Just off the top of my head, that's
Take.
where I can put it.
I don't want to see that, and the only reason I don't want to see that is because I want to see the Street Profits break up. I want them not they have to fight each other. I want
Why?
to see them. I want to see them drafted on two different shows.
That'd be crazy. I think
The
they
only
both could
reason
be.
I say that is because I'm tired of this notion of in the future Montez Ford is going to be a star. We've been saying this is like 2019.
I think he's
When is he gonna? When is he just gonna be a star? Why is it one day he's gonna be a star? Why can't he just be a star now?
So
Why
you
do you have
think
to, why
so?
why when you're in a tag team you have to be a tag team guy until you break up? Why
So what
can't
about
you
Angelo
just be a
Dawkins? You
star?
think he's gonna be just faded to oblivion?
Absolutely not. He could be a prominent upper card guy. He could even be in the main event. He goes to Raw. Put him on Raw. He could be in the main event right now. He could fight. He have a match with Gunther. He could talk on the mic. He's good. The only thing is, he's being held back because everybody's talking about how good Montez Ford is.
Mm.
That's like back in the day with like even Xavier Woods, New Day. Everybody's like, oh, Big E and Kofi, they're so cool. And Xavier Woods, yeah, he's there. You know what I mean? Now Xavier started to do his thing, and they're like, wow, Xavier's so good now.
I love that storyline so much. I
So
really do.
I want them
But
to break up because
to
there's a
get in,
million tag
just
teams.
right a little bit,
And
I want it.
go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying this about the Xavier Woods. Like I
Yeah,
love that
little drops.
storyline.
Yeah,
It's getting a little dry right now, but I think
they're about to break up soon, like real soon.
that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking it's gonna happen
They're gonna
whenever
have a
that
10. I think it's next week actually.
next
I think
week.
next week on Raw they announced. Adam Pearce either said either next week or the week after. It's gonna be a 10-year anniversary show for the New Day, and Xavier said
What the fuck do I
okay.
care?
Yeah, and so everybody's like, "Oh, that's gonna be the show he turns." They
Either
said
he's
either two things are gonna happen, or
turning,
Big
or
E is
Biggie
coming
to be
back.
there. Exactly. It's one of
Yeah.
those two.
So,
I
and I think if they're gonna turn him, he should beat up Big E.
oh yeah. Oh,
That'll
I think
be
he
heel
fully
number of the one. That'll be heel
get him in
heat.
there.
Yeah, but they
All
need to
right.
break up the Street Profits, and
Eh,
then Mello and Montez can fight for a little bit, And the person I want to see beat LA Knight for the title, who I think may beat him for the title, Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller.
Yeah. Only reason I say that is because they're gonna break up sooner or later, and the mid card is struggling on SmackDown. Other than those three, because everybody either is upper card or they're in a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, the only other person I'm looking at right now is gonna be either him or Grayson Waller or Austin Theory, and I think Austin Theory's turned babyface and probably going to Raw when the draft. They're having a draft in January probably.
Probably, I would say so.
Because of the Netflix thing, they already said they want some. They already said they want certain people on that show.
God knows Raw. Raw has Roman, CM Punk, and Cody.
Yeah, already. They want all the. So, that means SmackDown is gonna have the world title.
Yeah,
which is gonna be weird unless Cody loses the title.
I think so too. I think he has to lose it because I think there's no point of Cody going there as a champion, just a different brand. You know, I mean, you can switch vibes. Yeah, but anyways,
go back and forth. I guess. But yeah, go ahead. Let's
get to the last match. You know, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther, the undisputed WWE champion, and then of course the World Heavyweight champion. I mean, it was a solid match. I mean, I was very surprised how Cody won.
I thought they were gonna open.
Yeah, but hey. I mean, it was an alright match, but I understand why.
You're surprised Cody won?
I thought.
I'm not surprised.
I'm sorry. I meant to say, I'm surprised how he won. That's what I meant to say. I thought it'd be more foolishness. I think it'd be more foolishness. But I told you, once I saw that Liv Morgan won, my 100% my prediction was okay. Cody's winning. Okay, you're not gonna have two people from the same brand who are both heels do that. That's no way. I mean, I'm sorry.
They're definitely starting that Gunther face turn, man.
But it's slowly happening. It has to.
Maybe. I would like to see Gunther as a face. I want to see what that's like.
Yeah, I would see. That's a different experience.
He doesn't got to be like, oh, I love the fans. You know, like Drew McIntyre when he turned face off. You know, I want him to just be, you know, what he does. Just do what he do. Be like LA Knight. You don't got to be like a good guy, but doesn't have to be a bad guy.
He's a tweener.
Just come out and fight.
I think he's a good tweener.
Yeah, just come out and fight. And you win, and you lose, and you'll get over like super crazy, and everybody will love you. They give him a good song. I'm sick of the Gunther song. I used to like it, but I don't like it.
All right.
That song's stupid.
Okay, we'll wrap it up.
Any last remarks about this show? Anything you would have changed?
I give it about a B, like a B. Let's put B plus.
I give it a solid B.
I give it a B.
Fine.
I mean,
it was a good show.
Yeah, I wasn't.
But I'm not gonna rush back and rewatch it.
Yeah. Now, Survivor Series is what I want to do. But we'll talk about that another time. We'll talk about that.
I think next episode we should fantasy book. We'll dedicate like half the show to fantasy booking. We want the card review before they announce it.
I think we should start doing that more. I think we should start.
Because we want to matches, because we need to figure out what
the rest of the card. That's what I'm saying. The rest of the card and what's going to happen from there. But we'll talk about that in the whole different video we'll upload. But as this one, got anything else to say? I got nothing. I'm good.
No more remarks from me. My closing statement is Triple H. It's time to lock in, baby. We're getting closer to the Rumble.
We're getting close to Mania season.
We're getting
real close.
Locking in. Let's lock it in. Bring back some of the stars. I know we got a lot. I know you're saving half the roster that is injured right now for the Royal Rumble. Let's stop making Raw boring, man. Raw has been really lackluster the last like 3-4 weeks. Mm-hmm. All right, it's been a pretty slow month on Raw. SmackDown cooking, keep cooking. NXT keep cooking, but Raw used to be my favorite show. It's kind of like slowly becoming my third favorite, and I love Raw. You know, so let's spice up the roster. Let's change out some rotation. Let's do something unformulaic. Okay, I'm tired of turning on the show. There's some lame match opening the show. Okay, I'm tired of that, and I'm tired of looking at the same main event. That's my only remark. Let's cook, but let's cook for all the shows. It ain't that hard. If we can both do it, we don't even book shows. We didn't even wrestle in our lives. We just watch the show. Mm-hmm. You did this for your life. Come on, man. It can't be that hard. I understand you gotta make everybody happy, but it ain't that hard to make like the people that you have on your show look like stars. Right. Okay, right. That's it.
All right. Hey. Okay. And then one quick thing, Corday, is that what do you want to see people in the comments do? Like, do you want to get do you want to see what's their fantasy booking? Like, this is what my thing is. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start this. In the comments, if everyone watches this video, please give me your WrestleMania match you have for this year. If you can write one down, pencil it in, 100% you think that's going to happen. Guaranteed. Like what you want to see happen, put it down in the comments. I would love to see everyone's opinions and stuff like that. Other than that, that's it. It's another
guaranteed match?
My guaranteed match?
Yeah.
Oh, I told you. CM Punk and
Seth,
CM
Seth
Punk
and
and
Punk.
Seth Rollins. That's
Mine's just Charlotte Flair and Tiffany
Shane
Stratton.
Stratton. I mean,
I don't
I
know
do
why,
have
but I feel
three.
like that's
I
I
do
feel like
have
this is a
three.
lock.
Yeah, I have three that's locked in, but
Yeah.
I had to kind of say how it is right now. But
I'll save my question for you for another one, but I do want to know. But it'll be another day. I know we been going long, so we'll wrap it up.
all
I
right,
might ask off Cam too.
okay. I was say we'll talk about it on camera. But all right,
Yeah.
Lockup Lounge is another podcast between your boy Corday and your boy Jew. We
So
back
middle finger
again.
in the UK.
Okay, all right, here we go. We'll be back again next
Peace.
week, and we'll catch y'all. Peace.